This is when you know you're glad you haven't eaten because you had two bankers come up here and give you indigestion. Take your Tums, you'll enjoy your dinner. Lorraine, I want to thank you for making the trip up from New York for tonight, but I want to thank you for the team effort that you've collectively brought to the Catalyst organization globally and particularly in Canada. You're a breath of fresh air in terms of leadership. Deborah Gillis did a fantastic job. Now she's the breath of fresh air at CAMH, and it's so wonderful to see you all take on important leadership roles. So thank you. Tanya, you're an inspiration where I feel blinded up here. Okay. I love working with you. You're tenacious, you're focused. Sometimes her budget's too small. She might need some northbound money. Well, you know, you have to ask. You never get it if you don't ask. It's a team effort in the end. And I know it's a team effort because these are one of the few nights I say I want to be on Dave Mackay's team because we're on the Catalyst team together. In fact, I wore a blue tie for tonight's occasion. But Dave, Catalyst logo is blue, just so you know. Thank you for your leadership as well. We are all in this together to make our country a better place. I have the privilege of chairing the advisory committee in Canada as well as serving on the global board. We have a vice chair in Beth Wilson coming on, that's come on board in Catalyst here. All of my colleagues on the advisory board and what you do day in and day out to advocate not just for women, but broad diversity in our country, in the boardroom and in the C-suite, to make our country a better place. Because in the end, as I often say, this is not a sociological experiment. This is about making our country a better place. This is about growing the GDP. This is about making sure that all the talented women have their rightful role in the C-suite and the executive suites of our companies. And this is where we can all check the logos at the door to say, how can we make our country better? You have, over the last 4 years, collectively ensured that the TSX 250 has gone from 19% women to 27% women. Sorry, 18% to 27%. Some would say that's a 50% increase. When someone gives me increases like that, I always say it's off a small base. So let's work toward the big base. We now have in the TSX 250, we had 46 companies without a woman on the board. Now they all have at least one woman on the board. But it's only one. It's a journey, and we're halfway there. So as Bon Jovi would say, we're halfway there. But John Bon Jovi would also say that's living on a prayer. And I think in this instance, I like to relive my youth every once in a while. In this instance, living on a prayer doesn't help. It's collective efforts each and every day within our companies, across our industries, and across our country to make Canada a better place, to make Canada a more formidable economic power by making sure the great women of our country have those rightful roles because they're incredibly talented. Have a good night and enjoy dinner.